Howdy guys, and welcome back for more Princess Evangile. We're at a park called the May Festival, so here we go. Managing to get Chihio, our first intended recruit, on our side was a good omen of things to come. But our excitement was short-lived. 1 week later, we still hadn't gained a single additional affiliate. We'll have to give up on recruiting for the moment. Risa had said that 2 days ago, but it wasn't because she was deterred. Rather, it was because we'd all gone through the whole student body. It wasn't hard with so few people at school. Anyway, let's do the best we can with the members we have. Messiah, keep interacting socially. I would have thought that if Risa or Rico did inviting, we'd get a lot of members right away. It just went to show how strongly opposed the student body was to reform. I was eating lunch in the dining hall when Risa came running up to me. She looked happy. Messiah, look at this. Huh? She handed me an A4 size sheet of paper. I held my chopsticks in my mouth while I looked at it. It's poor manners to hold your chopsticks in your mouth. Oh, right. Before I could move, she took the chopsticks and set them on my plate. This is... My eyes first went to the graph, and I was shocked when I double-checked the title. Okanogi Messiah Approval Survey. What? I didn't tell you. No, this is the first I've heard of it. I see. Curious. Rise sat down deep in thought. After a moment, she hit her fist into her palm with a realization. The earlier results were so bad that I didn't show them to you. Look at the graph for the first survey. It's basically just writing the horizontal axis. That's because you've only got one vote. And who do you think cast it? Right. The Student Council conducts an impartial approval survey once a week and publishes the results on Monday. That's pretty often. Yes, that's why it will be our trump card. We can easily check any changes to your approval rating. My eyes fell back to the graphs. The first and second polls both gave me just one vote. But the third poll was a sharp spike upwards. I couldn't contain my surprise. The poll was conducted on Saturday, so the second poll represents the 11th through the 16th. You only had my vote then, too, likely because of the incidents with Chihio. Ah. I was pretty sure Chihio had slapped me on the 11th and the 13th, but now everyone knows the truth of the matter. They also knew that Chihio and Noriko had become affiliates. I think that's what accounts for the change in the third set of results. I see. I understood what Risa had meant before about a trump card. Seeing results like this is pretty encouraging. I know. But I do have one concern. What is it? How many votes are there in total? Risa slumped as she spoke. Combining intermediate and final course, there's 463. A meteoric rise to 27 out of 463, huh? Well, we've only just begun, of course. That's true. Really, you should consider this our starting line. All the negative criticism is gone. From here on, I believe we'll gradually pick up supporters. It doesn't need to be unanimous, after all. We only need 232 for a majority. When you think about it that way, it's rather close, isn't it? It is. Anyway, I'm going to do my best. I wouldn't want to leave here after only one term. Yes, that's very true. I really was happy to see today's results. I feel like it's cause to have hope. Yeah. I remember how she would run to me, results in hand. Seeing Risa's excitement is what made me happier than anything. You've got mail. During lunch break, something unusual happened. I got an email. I didn't recognize the sender. The subject line just read urgent, but I didn't know what it could be about. I opened the message suspiciously. On reading the contents, my eyes opened wide. Chihio's in trouble. Come right away. That was the entire message. Like the subject, the body contained no details, yet it was enough to send me into a panic. They say Chihio never fit in after all. Besides which, it had only been a week since she was invited to join the White Lotus Society. Her standing couldn't have changed much since Then there was the slap. It didn't bother me, and with the misunderstanding resolved, I thought the matter was closed, but still. There might have been some people who took that as an excuse to be even harder on her. Everyone at Vincennes is so proper after all. Risa had said it too, the first act of violence at the school. The more I thought about it, the more worried I became. I flew out of the classroom, cell phone in hand. I ran weaving around people in the hallways until I reached the door to Chihio's classroom 2B. What could possibly be? All that I could hear beyond was the usual classroom chatter. Then I realized that, for some reason, all eyes in the hall were focused on me. I had been at school for 3 weeks now. There was no reason why they should be staring at me like this anymore. And yet, for some reason, we seemed to be back to square one. This must be what they meant about something happening to Chihio. They were all looking at me to see what I would do. I was sure that's what it was. I felt a bad feeling welling up inside of me. As I put my hand to the door, the girls let out cries of alarm. That confirmed it. Oh my, Chihio. What? I looked around the room, eyes wide. Really? Come on, man. We don't need to zoom up on that. The girls were all in the middle of changing. Chihio? What? Are you okay? Huh? Oh, it was a trap. Oh, these sneaky people. They lured me here because they knew exactly what was going to happen. Now my approval rating's going to go into the toilet. I thought you might be in trouble. That's why I'm here. I am in trouble. I knew it. From the tentator serpent. Huh? The only danger here is you peeping on us while we're changing. You little, get the hell out. Whoa. Gee, it screams like a starter gun. Everyone started throwing things. Ow, ow, ow. I was forced back into the hall. Ugh. Okanogi Masai, you fiend. Oh no, it's the Guardian. Oh, the woman from the Guardian. We hadn't seen each other in a while. Since your transfer here, I haven't heard any reports of provocative conduct, but I can see that was all just a clever act. No, this is all just a misunderstanding. No excuses, come with me. Another Guardian arrived. They each took me by one arm and dragged me to my feet. Despite being women, we were quite strong, and there was nothing I could do to resist them. Wait a minute, you don't have to be so rough with him. What's the matter with you? Aren't you the victim here? Well, it's not. What's going on here? Ah, sister. I received a report from a student that Okanoki Masai entered the classroom knowing that the girls inside were changing. What's with that? Why does she assume that I knew? Is this true? No, I would never. Lying again. I'm not lying, I really didn't. Would you swear to God that you are not lying? Yes. I'd never seen Sister Mishima's face so stern. I looked at her. Look, I even have proof. Proof. Moving on my arm under the elbow, I offered my cell phone to her. I got this email a little while ago. Look at it. Sister Mishima took it and I checked the screen. Is this the classroom where the trouble occurred? What? Yes. And Chihiro was with them? Yes. Very well, then we should ask the sender directly. Speaking of which, Messiah, are you acquainted with the sender? No, I don't know them. I see. Very well, then let's go. Sister Mishima turned on her heel and began marching, holding me by the arm. Chihiro turned towards us as if she heard our footsteps approach. You have gym next period, don't you? You should get to class, Chihiro. Oh, but I know how you feel. You're worried about Messiah, aren't you? But you can ask me how it went later. Oh, I guess so. Chihiro stayed where she was, but since we were walking, the distance between us naturally widened. It's okay, don't worry. I'm not worried. See you later. Right. Chihiro continued to stand in the middle of the hallway watching us until we turned the corner. The misunderstanding was cleared up quickly. It was a delicate matter, so Miss Sister Mishima took us to the vacant rose garden to explain. The girl who had sent the email was extremely flustered. I didn't send that email. I really didn't. What does it mean, sister? It must have been someone playing a prank. A prank? Did you have your cell phone in hand at all times? No, not at all. I leave it out on my desk a lot. Sister Mishima nodded knowingly. These phones have a delayed send function. Someone could use it to send an email without the phone's owner knowing it. But who would do such a thing? I don't know, but I would advise not searching for the one responsible. But he's the only boy at a girls' school. It's natural that some girls would feel inclined to play a prank. I don't think there's any reason to scold someone over such a trivial thing. In addition, Sister Mishima smiled brightly. Messiah quite enjoyed himself, I imagine. Indeed, it was quite the sight. I wouldn't mind having that prank played on again, if you know what I mean. Huh? Did he see them while they were changing? Well, he had a clear view of them. I was standing right behind him at the time, so it was to your benefit as well, unless you were simply that determined to find the culprit. Oh, no, it's okay. I knew you were a healthy young man. Oh, it's just that I don't really want to make a fuss. It was a joke. Shall we leave the matter at that, then? The discipline of students is outside the purview of the Guardian. With that, they released me at last. Then, Messiah, you may return to class. Alright. I'm surprised that reporter chick wasn't there taking photos. On a more serious note, Messiah, it is unlikely that every single person here will be warm to your presence. But don't let it worry you. There are those that do welcome you as well. Right. Sister Mishima is so kind and sweet. I can hardly believe it. After class, we'd gathered in the courtyard at Maria Hall, and I told the others what happened. It's probably someone from the Red Rose Society, I would imagine. They don't like me at all, so they wouldn't be surprised if one of them were behind it. I thought something must have happened when you came late to class. The others didn't hear about it? There was no change in the atmosphere when I entered, so I had a feeling that they didn't. That's right, it happened just a little before class began, after all. No one sent emails to each other? We don't do that during class. Besides, Vincennes is always very strict about those kinds of things. It looks like it. Is it different at other schools? Ritsuko was at her table as well. Although the association were rivals, the students in Vincennes were still all on friendly terms. Even for someone like me, meeting and chatting like this felt like the most natural thing in the world. That's true. Before I came here, students would always gossip and use their cell phones during class. It was completely normal. I see. But a prank, it wasn't a terribly malicious act, but I wonder who it could have been. Couldn't be. Oh, do you have some idea? Oh, no, not exactly. But what did they say to lure you there? That's the part I'm rather interested in. Well, what was that? It was like there's a treasure hidden in room 2B, that sort of thing. A treasure? A treasure, huh? What? For heaven's sake, you could have gotten out of there right away, but you stuck around to talk and look at us. It was really gross. But that was just what? My reasoning would be obvious if I told her what was in the email, but I felt a little self-conscious about it. Even if you couldn't help entering the classroom, there was no excuse for that. Ritsuko-chan really could be harsh. But this might have an effect on your standing, Messiah. Prepare yourself for a change in next week's poll. Right. Oh, the one the student council does. Do you have the results already? Yes, here. She took the paper out of her bag. This appeared to be the first Ritsuko had seen of it, and she peered at it with Chihyo. Ruriko had been silent up until now. I stole a glance at her. Her eyes were turned toward the sky. Didn't we see Ruriko in the changing room? I thought that was her. Ruriko, have you seen them already? Huh? Ah, the results of the approval survey. Ah, no, I have not. But she didn't bother looking at the paper. She seemed to be deep in thought. What's wrong? You've been quiet all day. There's something on my mind, Messiah. Might I ask you something? What is it? How does it feel for a man to see a woman naked? We weren't naked. We were still in our underwear. Ah, well, it was a figure of speech. It was? How does it feel? I cannot begin to imagine it. Well, I guess that would follow when we changed together. I do not feel anything in particular. But I'm certain that a boy in the same situation would feel different. So I was wondering, how might that be? All eyes were on me. It felt like my face was on fire. That's a difficult question to answer. Is it? Well, it's a question about feelings. Feelings are difficult to describe, you know? They seem to accept that argument. That is true, I suppose. Dale looked unsatisfied, though. I find it difficult to describe the feeling I get when I bake a successful loaf of bread. That's right, we should have tea together again tomorrow. Yes, as long as we're doing it, we should invite Mitsuko to join us. Of course. I wonder why she didn't come today. She did not come to the Red Rose Society room either. We passed the hall. We passed the half-hour chatting and then dispersed. Because she played the prank. I know it. Whew, what a business. I let out an internal sigh as I walked back to my dorm. Ruriko's question really had me flustered. I wish there was another guy here, then I could talk about how I felt. There was no way I could talk to a girl about it, especially not to the girls I'd just seen. Yeah, that is Ruriko, isn't it? But they're so beautiful. Yeah, Chihyo and Ruriko both. I felt a tap on my shoulder and jumped into the air in surprise. Oh, it's just Chihyo. Why do you look so surprised? No, nothing. I was just a little lost in thought. You weren't thinking about before, were you? Got it in one. What are you talking about? Can I help you? You don't have club? You don't have club. You don't have... I was on my way now. More importantly, there was something I wanted to ask you. Yeah? What did you want with me? Huh? When you came into the room, you were calling my name. Ah, right. I had forgotten about that. And then you started asking me all those questions. What was that about? I want to see your phone. The prank email was about me, wasn't it? I handed my phone over silently. This is... She looked between the screen and my face. I found myself blushing for some reason. It's just you've gotten a reputation for violence, right? I thought maybe someone started some trouble. Idiot. She handed the cell phone back to me, but I guess given the circumstances, I can forgive you this time. Thanks. Oni-sama, this should lower Messiah's approval rating, whatever the reason. He entered the classroom while the girls were changed. I knew it. Oni-sama? Mitsuki, you do know the most important thing in life, don't you? The most important thing in life is to do the righteous thing, isn't that right? Using traps such as these to lower public opinion of Messiah and drive him out. I wonder what could be the point of such a thing. If he is a good person, if he's a righteous man, then I believe that there is nothing wrong with him remaining at Vincennes. Have you forgotten what I said, Mitsuki? My desire is to maintain peace at Vincennes. If his presence here is not disrupting that peace, then I take no issue with him. In addition, the matter of gender integration is one that the students should decide for themselves. Is that not the case? I'm sorry, I didn't know why I did that. I do understand how you feel. You were trying to make me happy, weren't you? Yes. But do remember, what I wish to see is his true character. If beneath the surface he is pure, then that will be a wonderful thing. Yes, ma'am. I'm glad that you understand. Also, the teachers do not know the truth behind this incident, do they? If so, let's keep this between us. Oh, but Jesus cast censor upon the Pharisees who upheld righteous laws, did he not? I am the same. I do not wish to enforce the rules if it means hurting you. Thank you. Even so, I'm still unsure. About what? At the moment, I have not yet found a definitive flaw in Messiah's character. I still do not know if he is truly a righteous man or not. Mitsuki Nakata. And someone else. April 26th. Delicious. Truly, Fortnum and Mason is the only black tea worth drinking. I wonder if that's a real brand of tea. I don't know. I don't drink tea. You got that right. It goes great with the bread that you bake too. Thank you. Cool. You're becoming quite the gourmet. I guess I am. All the food are so great I never want to go back to Anpan and the milk again. I don't think anyone will want that. Messiah even makes eating into a spectacle. He's always so fun to be around. Well, it surprised me when I came here too, slurp. I feel bad saying it, but it's much better than my mom's cooking. Mom's cooking is good too, though. Oh, you've eaten at Chihiyo's house before? Yeah, pretty often actually. My old man really felt like cooking. Oh, for a moment I thought you were seeking parental approval. What's that? Nothing. But I won't have to rely on them anymore, at least. Plus, I've got my debt cleared away. Man, you should have seen the look on the goons' faces. Their eyes were like saucers. I'm surprised they didn't bully me for more money, honestly. Because they're like, how did you get all that money so soon? We want more. I don't care to see those people ever again. Me neither. But I'm sure they're going to show up. They're probably going to show up at the end or something. I don't know. But I was relieved to see you recover the lottery ticket. It really was haunting me. You still have about half left, right? Which means you're pretty well off, Messiah. What did I spend it on? I won 1,000,000 yen. I don't know if they take taxes out in lotteries in Japan. But I only owed the guys 100,000 yen. So what the heck am I spending all this money on? You're a very enticing catch. An overnight millionaire, though. I wonder if people feel like gold diggers around me now. Who might you be referring to, I wonder? No one, of course. Messiah has been through a great deal. I would not have thought it looking at you. I'm pretty laid back about it, I guess. There may have been a defense mechanism in a way. Choosing to not split the small stuff was the only way I could stand living with my old man. That bastard. I wonder what he's doing now anyway. I haven't heard from him or tried to contact him. Money is important. Recently spoke in solemn tones, tapping the rim of her teacup with a fingertip. Would you believe that the cups the students use are Royal Booster? What? Oh, you're not familiar with Royal Booster? No. It was a familiar exchange from context, though it was clearly the name of a company. It's the finest brand of bone china, isn't it? What the hell's bone china? Yes, they cost so much. You get in trouble if you break one, although porcelain is quite difficult to break. What's bone china? Is it a brand? Thank you, at least he's asking the important questions. It's a type of porcelain. It's quite expensive, you know. Wow. It's not just the dishes. Everything I've been sending us, including the furniture, is of the highest quality. Even these chairs and this table where we sit. Well, no wonder we're having financial problems. We're buying all the expensive crap. That's right. And the beds in the dorm are so soft. Yes. Is that supposed to be a bad thing? It sounded like they were going there. Well, the school's finances being what they... Well, okay, at least they're kind of reasonable about it. Ah. They could avoid financial collapse by attracting more students. That was the integration movement's major objective, really. I'll never know why they go through all this for mere students. The remodeling of the building was also quite costly. I would imagine so. If they'd done the remodeling to accommodate our current number of students, that would have been better, but, well, in a way, it means we already have the facilities to handle integration. Do you really believe that the school will integrate? There was no malice in her words. She generally seemed curious. Yes, I do not intend to lose this fight. By the way, you've been all quiet all this time, Mitsuki. Are you feeling unwell? I've been concerned about that too. She looked healthy enough, but she kept her eyes turned down quite miserably. I'm fine. She shook her head slightly, but didn't say any more than that. Then a moment later, she turned her eyes towards me. Messiah? Yes? It was strange. Shortly after addressing me, she turned her eyes down again. The next moment, she turned her face away. I heard a rumor that you peeped on the girls while they were changing. Huh? I suppose you really are the Tensho Serpent. It's your destiny to leave here after one term. Thank you for the food. With that final word to Ruriko, she quickly walked away. I wonder what was wrong with Mitsuki. She hasn't heard the truth yet? Well, by the way, Messiah, have you heard? The May Festival's coming up. May Festival? That's the first I've heard of it. What is it like? It's an all-night dance ball, in our way of speaking, a soirée dansante. Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. Yes, it's so much fun. It's quite the custom for girls to feud in private with each other with the right to dance with their favorite Onisama. So the girls dance with the other girls. That's interesting. The May Festival is also, in a way, the debut of the association. The student council runs it, but the association each submits a theme. It would be unbecoming to do the same thing every year, after all. Theme. Ritsuko has the Red Rose Society finalized its plans yet? No, not yet. I see, neither have we. On that subject, then, our meetings beginning tomorrow will all be about choosing a theme for the May Festival. Sure, of course. Got it. I believe that May Festival will be very important. What do you mean? Well, it's our chance to shine, Messiah. I mentioned the rising tide to you the other day. The White Lotus Society is crucial to raising that tide. We can't expect to influence opinion if we don't raise our own approval rating first. That is true. Messiah, the associations have to help out with school events. We need to do our best, not just for the May Festival, but at all of them. Got it. With that said, she trailed off, then looked around at the members present. Does anyone here have ideas for the theme that I mentioned yesterday? We exchanged an instinctive glance. She looked slightly uncomfortable. Well, I'm sure it's a bit much to ask right away, especially as Messiah has never participated before. Yeah. But that's why I thought you might be able to propose ideas freely. You say watch me hopefully, but I couldn't think of anything. By the way, when is the May Festival? It's in June. Instead, I decided to buy some time. May 4th, the same time as Golden Week. Does this school take long holiday too? Yes, but as we can't leave school grounds, there's not much to do. That may be where the event came from. The May Festival is my favorite school event. Dancing all night long, it feels almost taboo. That's true. Even without a lights out time, we usually don't stay up all night. If I may ask, Messiah, have you ever danced before? No, never. Can you guys all dance? We practice in gym class. We're doing it right now, as a matter of fact. I see, I have gym class separate, so I never knew. But it's not something you can learn overnight. Last year I spent the whole time stepping on Riko's feet. It's not something to worry about for either of you. Speaking of which, am I supposed to participate? What? What do you mean? Well, I take gym class separately after all. Dancing is for men and women to do together, so I'm sure it will be fine. If anyone objects, I will have a word with them. Thanks. Well then, this will be my first time dancing with a boy. As she spoke, Rico's eyes came to focus on mine. I hope that you will take my first, Messiah. Ah, I don't know about that phrasing. Me too, Messiah. You may dance with me if you like. Sure. I think it would be best to match the clumsy people together. That's a good point. I wouldn't have to feel self-conscious about stepping on her feet. She's just trying to hurt me. It's practically my first time after all. Right, even that's a weird way of putting it. This is quite a problem. She let out a deep sigh. What is it? There's only one Messiah. We can't all be your partner. Doesn't the dance last all night? But the matter of who you dance with first is of great importance. The three of them looked over at me and I found myself momentarily lost. Can I choose who I get to dance with? I don't know about that. I think as long as we take turns, it'll work out well enough. I won't be satisfied unless I'm first. You know how I hate to lose, right, Messiah? Rico doesn't care. That's it. I just had a very fine... What's with the bubbles? An idea? For the White Lotus Society's theme. What is it? Just as Risa leaned forward, there was a knock at the door. Salutations. Salutations. The Red Rose Society piled in with Mitsuki at the head. How can we help you? Ritsuko informed me that you were beginning your talks about the May Festival today. I magnanimously decided to check on you. How exactly is that magnanimous? Ritsuki seemed to have recovered from her depression of the day before. She was back to her usual self. Are you sure you can afford to be rude to me? What are you talking about? It's not unusual for the two theme submissions to conflict with each other. When that happens, it's usually settled with a coin toss, right? And this year that will be unnecessary. We will concede to the White Lotus Society, right, Ritsuko? Ah, yes, Mitsuki-sama is correct. I have a feeling there's a catch here. Ritsuko seemed momentarily flustered. It seemed like they had discussed this beforehand, even though Ritsuko is the Red Rose leader. What do you mean? You don't know, Risa? She looked around the room, a triumphant smile on her lips. The White Lotus Society representatives have all quit, and they have only 2 affiliates. 2? We have 3. Hang on, got a phone call. Apparently my existence was beneath her notice. By comparison, the Red Rose Society has 10 members. That's why I wanted to give you a handicap. I don't need your half-hearted charity. I want a fair fight or else there's no point. Fiery. Are you sure about that? There's a clear difference in our abilities. We have quality over quantity, right? Right. No, I felt a little embarrassed about being called that. And we have both quality and quantity. And with our leader, Bellapian, we have both found more people to help us. I was just about to introduce them. But right now... Well, they aren't representatives. Warning from your example, I've decided to take on affiliates. Now, Konami, introduce yourself. As Mitsuki spoke, a petite girl stepped out from the back of the crowd. Konami, but you're still on an intermediate area course. Yes, but they said I could join as an affiliate, so... No, I didn't mean to criticize you. I whispered to Ruriko. Intermediate students can't join the association. No. Well, I'm a new affiliate of Red Rose Society, Yansei Konami. It's nice to meet you. Being in the intermediary course and she was the youngest person there. Maybe that's why she was so nervous. She walked forward and introduced herself. Konami-chan kept her eyes focused downward and never looked at us once. That's right, I forgot that Ritsuko was your Oni-sama, Konami. Ah, you mean they're sisters? No, it means they're especially close. Ah. Of course, that's part of it, but that's not the only reason. I don't know what else. It's because of that Tentator serpent right there. What, me? The Red Rose Society members all snapped to attention. Apparently this was the first they'd heard of that title. Ritsuko seemed to be the only one previously aware of it. She placed her hand on her forehead and shook her head. We've heard of the rumors even in You entered the classroom while the goals were changing. That's not. The final intermediate courses each had their own dorms. Maybe the truth behind it hadn't spread that far yet. I know what you're going to say, that it was all a prank, right? Yeah. She kept her eyes pointed down the whole time she addressed me. It was frankly rather strange. I don't believe it. But it's possible that you set the whole thing up yourself. You mean I used that girl's cell phone to send the email to myself? Yes. That doesn't seem likely. Do you have any proof? Well, no, but... I knew it. Knew what, I wondered. That's why I chose to join the Red Rose Society. Why? I'm still not sure how this connects to me. It's to protect my Oni-sama. You mean Ritsuko? Do not address her as Chan. This is impudence. The impudence. So you don't use honorifics for underclassmen? That's the rule of Vincennes. That was true, but frankly, that felt even ruder to me. My Oni-sama is a beautiful woman. Attention for someone like you may try to get your claws into her. But I'm going to tell you this right now. You will not come within 3 meters of my Oni-sama. If you ever break that rule, I will cleave you in half. That's quite a threat. 3 meters, but he's that close right now. Oh, Konami, please, that's enough. But Oni, the rule is that innocent until proven guilty. You cannot punish someone on suspicion alone. It's guilt that requires evidence, not innocence, right? Even so, he's a man. Men are filthy beasts. Koni-chan seems to be a real man-hater. So he's dangerous no matter what else you say. Do you hear me? If I ever come near my Oni-sama, I'll cut you in half with my naginata. Naginata. Konami is in the Naginata Club. Ah, you're president this year, aren't you? Yes. Wow. Despite her petite size, it appears she was quite the combatant. Plus, she had a hot temper, which meant I'd better get any misunderstandings out of the way now. Ah, Konami-chan. But what did you say? Don't call me Konami-chan, it's just Konami. Right, Konami? That really seemed like it should make her madder. Konami-chan was red to the ears and trembling like a chihuahua, but she still waited patiently to hear me out. I do have proof. What? It seemed that sounded like someone so passionate would respond better to emotion than logic. Please look me in the eyes. In the eyes? Do these look like the eyes of someone who's lying? But what are you talking about? Konami met my gaze for the first time. Next moment, her face turned as red as a boiled lobster. Ah! Huh? She shrieked, causing me and the rest of the room to jump in fright. Don't look at me. Huh? I'll get pregnant if a man looks at you too much. It makes a baby inside you. Ah, I gotta love that sexual education being taught. With that, Konami-chan ran out of the room at tremendous speed. Is that true? I seriously doubt it. What do you mean you seriously doubt it? It's impossible. It's never gonna happen. I really am sorry about all of this. Ritsuko bowed deeply. Konami is rather deeply prejudiced in certain ways. Yeah, I figured that. I can see that. She seems like a rather strange girl. Ritsuko, you do know how to attract them. But she isn't a bad person. Of course, I didn't say that she was. Well, that was a curious method of departure, but Ritsuko spoke, trying to take control of the situation again. Anyway, as you can see, the Red Rose Society has another influential title bearer joining its ranks. The gap between us has opened even wider. What's her title? Mignon Poupée. It means darling doll. Wow, well, she is pretty cute. That really is all men think about. I couldn't deny it, which made me feel worse. Well, anyway, the introduction of Mignon Poupée is complete, so we will take our leave now. I mentioned it before, but Rise, don't forget that we won't require a coin toss for the May Festival. And I told you I wanted a fair fight. Yes, yes. Ritsuke and the others filed out, but Ritsuko remained behind. Konami is our official affiliate now, so I'm sure she'll cause trouble for you in the future. Please try to be generous with her. Ah, right. She bowed to us and left the room. Ritsuko's really put together. She really is. As expected of Belle Pie, and she has both beauty and intelligence. Yeah, really. While the three of us stood in awe of Ritsuko, Rise had new fire lit inside her. I'm not going to lose to her. I'm going to spend all day today thinking about ideas. We have very little time left, and today's session is over. Goodbye. Rise marched out of the room looking rather irritable. I may have some ideas by tomorrow myself, and we are 30 minutes over schedule. Okay, I guess we should head off too then. Yeah. Alrighty, I'm going to cut it here, guys, and I will see you in part 10.